AO Christmas tree cleaning. Cleaning was the final course once again. We made it to Friday. No one died. So yeah, I just wanted to drop a quick video today. In response to Mark, who left a comment on one of my videos where I bought a window cleaning round. And so I'll leave somewhere up here the video in question, etc. And yeah, basically I bought a window cleaning round for £5 grand, you know, a number of years ago, which brought me in around between £1,100 and £1,200 a month, you know, on top of my existing work. And Mark sort of pointed out that obviously there are people selling rounds for 10 cleans, etc., where I picked mine up for I think it was like it was about 3.5, 4 cleans, if you like. And pointed out that, you know, I got good value for that. There's no question that I did. But the idea that you can purchase a window cleaning round for 10 cleans, I think, you know, is interesting. Mark pointed out that obviously in his view, and again, it's fine, no worries at all. In his view, it sort of depends on where you live. I don't know, to be honest with you, because while prices do differ in different parts of the country, you know, if you paid 10 cleans, let's say for argument's sake, I gained that 1,200 quid or whatever it was from my rounds that I bought. If I'd have paid 10 cleans, I'd have had to forked out 12 grand. Okay. Which basically means it would have taken me about a year to sort of start turning a profit again on that round. And let's say for argument's sake you were just starting out and you had 12 grand, you could spend that money better elsewhere than buying that much work. I have seen on window cleaning forums and for sale, around, you know, window cleaning rounds for sale on chat rooms and stuff like that. You know, one round was the guy wanted £75,000, 75k for his customer list. That didn't include vehicles, that didn't include staff. You weren't buying a company, you were simply buying a customer sheet. It's pure goodwill. Yes, you can put a price on goodwill, but to say 10 cleans is an adequate price, I think that's massively overpriced. And I wouldn't say, excuse me, and I wouldn't say that it matters too much where you are in the country, in the UK, that is. I don't care where that is. If I was to buy window cleaning work off someone and they were to say, oh, I want 10 cleans for it, I would probably walk away, to be honest with you, irrespective of how much money it's bringing. I had a chat a long while ago, I think it was probably this time last year, with John, who runs a really successful window cleaning company in Liverpool. And we got chatting about sort of his customer onboarding process and all this sort of stuff, and how it cost 28 quid on average. He'd worked it out down to the finite detail that it costs roughly 28 quid to bring a customer onto his sheet, onto his list, by advertising and stuff like that. So by that token there, let's say if a customer stays with you for a minimum of a year on a 4 weekly rota, and let's say it's a tenner a clean, you know, something Billy basic, it's just a tenner. You know, you're making 130 quid, that's 13 cleans at tenner each, that's 130 quid per year, minus your 28 quid, you're making £102 profit on a year, after a year, okay, you're bringing that customer on the sheet. So basically, within 3 cleans, you're starting to turn a profit. Now, if you was to fork out 10 cleans, and you're only cleaning those windows 13 times a year, then it's going to take you 11 months to turn a profit if you keep 100% of the customers on that sheet. And again, when I bought my round, I lost a handful of customers. The total value that was put on that round per month, it generated 1,400 and change. And I lost £200 worth of customers just because they, either we didn't offer traditional, or for whatever reason they didn't like my face, or they just liked the way that Rick did it, whatever, or they just decided actually we don't need a window cleaner anymore. I lost £200 a month on the face of it, off the value of that round. But even if you kept 100% of that round that you've bought, it would still take far too long, in my opinion, to turn a profit. So, I've, in the past, in the sort of like the last sort of, in the last 2 years, a couple of years ago, I was considering buying a cleaning company, an actual limited company, in the Northwest. And the company was up for sale for 490,000. And a few other bits and pieces. That was staff. That was vehicles, 3 of them. That was a cherry picker. There was a whole host of contracts, okay, where, the company in question is contracted to a commercial company for a number of years to clean their windows. So it was effectively guaranteed contracts, and that was £490,000 they wanted for that. There was just one problem. The profit, because I asked for all the details, etc. I wanted to see how much they were making it profit. It's all well and good having turnover, but ultimately, if you've not got profit, then, you're going to struggle to make it a sustainable business. So I looked at it, and their profit was about £40,000 split between 2 directors. Well, in real terms, it's £20,000. But they wanted £490,000. So I did the maths, and I worked out that the return, I wouldn't turn a profit for 11 years. 11 years. Now, I like the idea of growing or owning a big company. One day it will happen, hopefully. But I'm not so keen on the idea of waiting 11 years to turn a profit. I'm 41. Well, I'm 40 years old. I will be 51 in 11 years. And if you think I'm prepared to wait till I'm 51 before I can start making a profit, I'm sorry. Just because somebody wants 10 cleans for a window cleaning round does not mean that it's worth 10 cleans. That's only what they want for it. Okay? In my humble opinion, if you cannot turn a profit from buying a window cleaning round in 6 months, I would question as to whether or not it's viable, to be honest with you. And as for the guy that wanted to sell the window cleaning round for his customer sheet for £75,000, claiming that it was making £20,000 a month, that's no vehicles, no staff, no nothing. That's just a customer sheet. I would be very, very wary about these the high yields being claimed. You know what I mean? Because if you bought that customer sheet, you've then got to go, right, well, actually, I've got the customer sheet, but now I need vans, now I need, staff and all this, sort of effort. So if you've got those things in place already, then yeah, all right, fine, you can take on that work. But are you going to spend £75,000 to get it? I don't think so. If I'm being honest, I think people that are asking for 10 cleans, especially like guys that are getting out of the business and stuff, like getting out of the the window cleaning side of things and selling the customer sheet, yeah. If they're selling it for 10 cleans, I think it's too much. I mean, it doesn't matter how much it generates, quite frankly, because you could get, let's say for argument's sake, we'll take that £75,000 example. the guy wanted £75,000 to generate £20,000 a month. Okay. What could £75,000 do, you know, anywhere else, right? For £75,000, you could go out and get that work for £20,000, cross your fingers, run round like a lunatic to get all that work in. On the off chance you get to keep 50% of whatever it makes, right? Then, you know, you've got all the additional things like fuel, vehicles. You've got your tax to take care of as well. You've got all this, you know, VAT. Because the thing is, if you're turning over £20,000 a month, yeah, VAT's got to come into it. So the government wants their 12% for a cleaning company. Then you've got your income tax, you've got your PAYE, you've got your national insurance contributions, which have gone up by 1.25%. Yeah, all of a sudden, this £20,000 a month is shrinking and dwindling and dwindling and dwindling already. And that's before you've lost half of them. So 10 cleans is too much. But £75,000, if someone plopped £75,000 on my lap tomorrow, I'd be very tempted to not invest that in my company at all and put it into property. You could set up a limited company, put that £75,000 into the limited company, spend £25,000 on a buy-to-let mortgage, you know, get 3 houses on interest-only mortgage, and that would generate you somewhere in the region, you know, before tax, you know, you're probably talking before tax, you're probably talking about 2,200 a month, where you do the property up, you hand it over to a letting agent, etc. Minus all your fees, you're making £1,800 a month passive. And then the value of the property is growing 7 to 12% every single year. Yeah, where you don't actually have to turn up to work to earn that money. So do you honestly think someone's going to part with £75,000 for a customer sheet where you still have to go out and do the job? It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? But yeah, interesting interactions, to be honest with you. Let me know, you know, in the comment section your thoughts. You know, do you think 10 cleans is too much to sell around for, etc.? You know, would you consider buying a winter cleaning round for 10 cleans? Let me know in your thoughts in the comment section. Until then, keep on keeping on and have a good weekend all. See you on the other side. Bye now.